What's up there, YouTube? How you doing? Waiting for a little while till people get on. Okay, sent out a notification. I just wanted to make sure. That's good. I might be waiting for a few minutes because I usually start and there's nobody there for a little while, so it's better off just wait a couple minutes, or you can hop on. Hey, what's up? How you doing over there? Let me see something here. Trying to put up my other channel. How you doing there, Fred? How you been? Everything good? See, you got your own little catchphrase you say every time you come on here. So, how you been, dude? Doing good? Cool. Trying to get the other channel up. One more second. Just want to see what. Wait a minute. You see the news recently? What the hell? Check this out. I don't know if you can see that. It's like really foggy. Wait a minute. I might not be able to use this. It's got crack in the screen. Well, this is fine, but when I went live, it started doing something weird there. Let me try it again. Yeah, it looks like it looks really foggy. Let me try it anyway, see what happens. Damn, I don't know what's up with that. Give me 1 second here. Wait a minute, what the hell's this? Okay. Just try to go live and see what this does too here. That's fucking weird. You see that? Because that's clear. That's crystal clear there. Well, I don't know. And now when I go live, see what happens. Yeah, man, it looked like shit. Wait a minute. Now it's doing something different. Send invite links, copy invite links. Just going live. Fuck all that. Unless they're locking people out of my. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Hang on. Hey, what's up there, Texas? How you doing? Trying to put up my other channel. First off, it's really weird because I was looking at YouTube all day long and it was okay. But when I go to put, my video up, it's got to be, there's a crack in the lens on my camera. That's what's the fucking problem is. Moisture got in there maybe. But let me just try and see what happens again. Let's see, next. Go long. Now it's trying to, wait a minute. The fuck is going on here? Copy invite link now. Let's go to the next, see what happens. The fuck is, there it is. Now, wait a minute. That's all fucked up. What the hell's going on here? Let me try it one more time. What's that say? Just walking out the door to take my chemo on a walk. See if you're on when I'm gonna get back. Right on, dude. Dog doing good though? That's cool. Anyway, fuck this. I don't even know if I can get this other channel up. See, it's just all foggy. I don't know if you guys can see that. Say go live. Wait a minute. At least let me go live. When you get a second, jump over to the other channel and you'll see how shitty it is. Just go take a look. It's ridiculous. It's like I'm underwater or something. Hey, how you been? How you been? I was thinking about you today, Mix. How you been? How Hanging in there. Yeah, there's something wrong with my other phone. I think I'm just going to kill that because it's like there's the notification there just went out. But look, I look like I'm under I'm in murky water. Man, that camera lens is all fucked up. I think it's cracks in it. I dropped the phone. I fell down some steps the other day. Who's that? Yo, what's up? I can't. Hey, how you been? I ain't seen you, Shelby, in a while. How you doing? What's up with you? Trying to get the other channel. I'm probably not even gonna bother. It's a mess. It's just really, really bad. See that? It's like you can't even see nothing on the screen. So I'm gonna just shut this down. Fuck it. Let me see how to do that. There you go. That's weird. I got to get a new phone for this. It looks like. Wait a minute. Done. That is absolutely screwed up. Who else is on it? Yeah, you know what? I think they're shadow banning me. Like a lot of people seem to not be able to find my channel. Wait, let me put that back on. There's somebody I was trying to look for their channel. I had the name of the channel, everything. Wouldn't let me get to it, and yet I'm subscribed to it. Didn't make any fucking sense. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, yep. So Mixed Media, how you been? Like I said, I guess it was a week ago now, maybe a week and a half ago, I fell down concrete steps and cracked my phone and twisted my ankle, all this other shit. I was door dashing up in College Town, Newark, Delaware, where I live. And I went and put the food out on the step and walking back to the car. And it's just like a pavement. And I'm walking. And like an idiot, I'm looking down at the phone to see if the money registered and went into my account. And I just fucking didn't even see the steps. Went down, landed, twisted the shit out of my ankle. This college girl was like down the street and came running. Hey, you all right? Yeah, I ran down because it must have looked bad when I fell. Because I fell from like 2 steps and turned the shit out of it. Yeah, luckily I got over it quick though. I got lucky. So, wait a minute, what's that say? No friends, no drama. I'm never, what's that? Never trying again. Is that? Yeah, I hear you. You know, I feel like that too. There's days, you know why? Because it's end times. It says it right in the Bible. Yeah, that people are going to, things start happening. And I'll tell you why, I just started getting back heavy into reading the Bible. Yeah. I saw something in the Bible that blew my mind. You know, not just on the Bible, but also on news. And I was reading about the Ark of the Covenant, which is, I was worried about you for so long and still do because head injuries are so serious and you can catch up to you. Yeah, it kind of did years later. Yeah. I mean, the last year, I'm just starting to recover from that head injury. I don't know if everybody knows, I had a car accident head on. And then right a week after that, a week and a half after that, I was at work. This is when I was working at the restaurant, Big Fish, and was taking out a big bucket of water that I cleaned out the fryer with, was bringing it back in, and again, somebody moved. Well, not again, but someone moved a grate that was like a drain. I guess they thought I was going to dump it down there, but it was inside. I never do that because there was oil in it. It'll clog the frickin' drain. So this guy moved it, and I'm carrying it like this, a big thing of water, stepped right in that hole. So I guess I got bad luck. But anyway, when I went to fall, I put my hands out in front, and my head hit a big steel nozzle for this big stainless steel 50-gallon soup container. It's like in the floor there, and hit my head, and see that thing dug into my skull, and wasn't fun, that's for sure. Can't get through to you. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, you did get through to me. I've been talking about it on some of my live streams there. Only now, mixed media, is my ability to remember getting a little bit better. Literally, I felt like I had partial amnesia or something. Like I would get, it's not even that, like, because amnesia, you forget shit. I would be having a conversation on here, talking, and literally freeze up because I forgot what I was saying right while I was trying to, put it out there. It was the craziest thing. And I've been taking a lot of herbs and stuff to try to, help, my nerves and my brain and all this shit. Seems to have helped somewhat, and it changed my diet and de-stressed a lot. What's that say? What the hell's that? Titan Hospitality. It was a job thing come across there. I'll look at it later. Yeah, you got through to me. Don't worry about that. Whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger anyway. And you know something? You know what pain is? Pain is just weakness leaving the body. That's all. Got to get rid of that weakness somehow. That's a set. Yeah, that way it is. It's been kind of rough. What's that say? You got a hard head. Yeah, exactly. And you're stubborn. I'm Irish. I got some Irish in me and German. That's double stubborn. I appreciate it, mixed media. Let me tell you something. I think very highly of you. You're decent. What's that? Irish here too? Yeah, I know. You told me that. You're Irish. Yep. Yeah. That's why I come on here to talk to everybody. And like sometimes I'll rattle off a bunch of stuff, but I'm interested in knowing what everybody's doing. You're like an extended family to me in a way. When I talk to you guys, and that's everybody that's on here tonight and whenever. Now, the other day I had an issue with Amir was on here. It's not even gonna talk to him on here no more. Wait a minute, what's this? Okay, I thought it was another. I've been getting what do you call it? Job things come across my screen because I just signed up for to put my resume out there, trying to get something decent. So, Shelby, are you still on there too? What's the weather been like out there, mixed media? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You know what? They become energy vampires to you, the fake ones. They just draw off you and leave you drained. Right, snowing. Oh yeah. I was wondering, you're down North Carolina or South Carolina? What's the weather down there? I'm curious because I was actually talking to a friend of mine the other day. He said it was raining like hell down there. So I looked at the news for that area. I said, where the fuck are you? It didn't even seem to match up. Of course, the news is full of shit anyway anymore. I can't. What's it say? First dusting of snow. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It is there, mixed media. And that's exactly a good name for it, too. They drain you, you know? I think it's like some kind of narcissism or something that they think you're there to, for everything and anything, just draw off your energy. You're still recovering? Yeah. Don't let shit get you down, man. I figure it like this. We're heading home soon. I think this world's coming to an end, and the next one's going to be far better. That's when Jesus is going to be president. He's going to be in control. Speaking of which, the politics thing is disgusting anymore. I can't even stand. I don't trust either side anymore, because it's a big puppet show. It's a big game, It's time to go home, I'm saying. Yes, the storm went to north towards Indianapolis. They said 70 is at a crawl. Oh, I-70. No shit. Yeah, like a day or two ago, somebody was telling me down, I think they were in South Carolina, and it was raining like a bitch and all this. And just out of curiosity, I was watching the weather report for up and down the coast on I think it was Ryan Hall channel or something, and said it was clear. Well, it wasn't even raining. That this maybe where this person was, it was. What the hell else was I gonna say? Here you go. I've been drinking water with chlorophyll and not chloroform. Knock me the hell out. Chlorophyll and mint, man. Shit gives you energy, helps you get more oxygen, and trying to do that, keep my energy level up, because winter, man, that's when all the sickness and shit comes in, and I don't feel like getting sick this year. I forgot your email. I think you have said it, and you have one, but I can't remember. Here, I'll send it to. I'll text it over to you later. You cool with that? What the hell? Cool. All right. I was kind of hoping Tammy was going to come on. I sent a thing over. She must be busy, or I guess the holidays. She had to cook for all her family. Came over, some of them. So the other day I was on here bitching about how basically these data centers they got, they're stealing every lick of information from you, whether you know it or not, and for what? What's that? Me too, I hope. Yeah, she probably did. Yeah, they're basically power bills are going to go up everywhere because they have these big data collection agencies that they're for some reason feeling the need to know every single thing about everybody, and they're rolling into digital money and give me paper money all day long. I don't want to. Somebody could delete your bank account with a push of a button, probably, with that digital money. First off, the government's got their nose in everything. You can't, let's say you had a yard sale, shit you're selling that you've already paid taxes on when you bought it, and now you just want to go out and have a yard sale or a garage sale, and they got to know about it, or better yet, you're going to give your nephew $10 in a freaking birthday card. They're going to know about that too. They're going to, you won't even be able to do that really because there's no physical money anymore. And I think that's crazy shit. The power companies are already doing way too much. Yeah. I think it might have been Tammy was saying the other day, is that, hey, how you been, Doc? Good to see you. I think she was saying about the power company was saying bills are going to be like 3 times as high in December. It's ridiculous. For what? We're not even having a bad winter yet. What's this? This is why I want to build a Earthship. Huh? Yeah, tell me about. Yep. It's crazy. I had last winter. I fell behind in my electric. Right, one month I had like a $600 electric bill for a one bedroom apartment. It's fucking insane. December is the worst time for everyone. There's a normal as a normal person. Yeah. Yep. I don't think this shit can go on much longer with something. Something's got to give, and I think it's gonna be World War III is gonna go hot. I mean, it's all talk so far, really, but I think they're gonna try. Number one, they're gonna try to lock us down again. They've already talked about it, and they're talking about a frickin' another virus or something coming along, and they're actually the other day. I think it was it the UN or who was it? I think it might have been the UN. Wait a minute, or wasn't World Economic Forum? It was the WHO. No, it must have been UN. They're going to have a drill for this Atlas 3I comet that's evidently changing directions and doing all kind of weird shit. And they're worried, I guess, it's going to head towards Earth or whatever. I think it's just a fraud, or maybe it's right out of Revelation. Now, maybe we're about to get hit with a comet, and it's going to be wormwood star that falls out of the sky in wait a minute, what's that? Okay, it falls in Revelation. It falls and pollutes 1/3 of the waterways, I guess the rivers and whatnot, kills all the fish or 1/3 of the fish, which will bring famine to certain areas if that's what happens. I think we're heading for something like that. Yeah, Venezuela, exactly. That's the next thing. Right there, I see like 3 riders of the frickin' out of 4 of the horsemen of the apocalypse riding right now. The red horse is war. That's happening. You got plagues and sickness. That's definitely riding. I think Bill Gates is on top of that horse. And then you got, what's the other one? There's, I think it's the one with the, what the hell is it? Like a penny for the guy holding the scales. Basically, he's coming and he's predicting famine, starvation, pestilence. Yep. I think it's pestilence, war, the Icar horse, which is like a pale horse, pale rider. The government Maduro is, yeah, exactly. Or is he as bad as they're saying, or is it just another excuse to go in there to go get that free oil that they'll get out of it? Probably is. He's probably a complete scumbag. I don't know much about Maduro. Oh, he's a communist, so I'm not real thrilled with that. He's probably the biggest scumbag right now in that area. But anyway, actually, I hear the guy from Colombia is pretty bad too, and they'll probably go after him next. You know what this reminds me of? Like when they hit Iraq, and then they literally were talking about taking out some of the other ones, Sudan and all the southern, because they had terrorists in there. So now, before it was war on terror, and they were going to go after, they went into Iran and Iraq, and they claimed the weapons of mass destruction, and it was a lie that the country didn't have any. So they used that to get in there and get oil and whatever the hell else they wanted. And then over here in Venezuela, they might be doing the same thing, because I just heard him saying Colombia's next, because the guy down there, he's just as bad. Yeah, narco terrorism. But you know what? I say go get them anyway and do that and get it done with, because they're dumping tons and tons and tons of fentanyl on our shores, and it's a chemical weapon. It's murdering people with it. You know. No, the people have been tricked into communism and have been trying to warn us. Yeah. Oh, you mean down there? Yeah. Yep. You know what? The communists are doing pretty well up here. All these colleges are teaching the young how to be a communist, or like to think like one. And what do you call that? Basically brainwash them, the professors. So that's how they move that around from country to country. Yeah. They don't necessarily have to invade your country to get in there and subvert or whatever. Get in and change shit. And then they get into politics in here. I went to college and immediately dropped out. Didn't like it, or I honestly wondered why they never went to war with these cartels. Yeah, you know what? I thought that too. Anyway, but I don't know about invading countries. No, you're right. They could have. That's the thing. They could have stopped all the war on drugs. What war? You had the border wide open. They were inviting them in almost. Yeah, because a lot of the politicians have side deals where they're getting paid, laundering money or doing something for these scumbags, or they would have stopped it. It's ridiculous. And I give Trump props for that, to try to put a stop to that shit. The only thing is, like I said, I'm still leery, and I think, should I voted for him? But I'm kind of gray area right now with them, because I don't. It's not black and white. It's just somewhere in the gray zone, because I don't know. He seems to change every now and then, and some of the shit he's saying, like he's all dealing with Bill Gates and all these billionaires. They're, in my opinion, they're scum, and I don't know why he's palling around with them. What's this say? It would have dumbed me down and brainwashed me. I have some amazing, interesting stories about what I mean. Can't fit in the yeah. So corrupt, even graduated early 2000. There you go. What state, or were you out on the West Coast then? Where'd you go to college? Because I tell you what, California, the professors down there, I hear over there are like straight up communists. Berkeley and all that. And all those West Coast colleges. Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I think I remember you telling me. It just came back to me. I'll leave it at that. Is that where you went, Doc? I went to Yale for a little while. Nah, I dropped out. Oh, I meant jail. Sorry, wrong. But it was kind of like college. Learned a lot. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was looking through the Bible last night, as a matter of fact. I've been reading it a lot more lately. And was very familiar with the whole people vibe surrounding nuance. I got the Yale reference from a good joke. Right on. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I was just looking because I heard this story. It must have been about a year and a half ago. I don't know if you guys ever heard anything about this. Well, you guys know of the Ark of the Covenant, right? I heard, like I was familiar with how to be successful in college, but they didn't make anything worth pursuing. Yeah, right. I heard of a second ark that was supposedly dug up. I don't know if it was in Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia gave it over to, yes, it was in Saudi Arabia. It was like one of the holiest mosques, their main mosque in Saudi Arabia had this ark. It was called the Ark of Gabriel. And they dug it up and they gave it to the Russians. The Russians took it down for some reason to Antarctica down there. Don't tell me. And what's this? It's in Ethiopia, the Ark of... Yes, that's what I heard too about that. But this other ark, and I don't know whether it's true or false, but evidently the Muslims, if I'm right on this, know about that Gabriel. Was the Ark of Gabriel. And it's almost like the same kind of thing, but it was weird. I started to like compare it. Yeah, it's not in the Bible, so I don't know that it's worth even pursuing in a way, but just from a historical thing, there was some things in there that was interesting, and I was looking into it, and makes me wonder if it was like, you know how everything's got its opposite in this world, like, yeah, good, bad, whatever. I can't even explain it, but it almost like an antichrist, is the opposite of Christ. Maybe this Ark of Gabriel, even though Gabriel was one of the angels, I don't know, maybe. Anyway, go look it up when you get a chance. It was an interesting story. A Russian freighter picked it up from Saudi Arabia. What's this? It's like the spear of... Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking, the weird thing is it had some kind of scroll, and it said it was 30 cubits by whatever it was, 15, and the scroll they unrolled or whatever, and something was written on there, right? But then I just saw this Ark of Gabriel had a stone, or like a... No, it wasn't necessarily. It was like almost like the 10 Commandments. It was on stone or something, and it was like a lot smaller. And it said something about 3 days. I forget. You got to go back and look at it, because basically I was wondering, is this some hidden thing, and is it demonic, or is it part of end times? Because it's in... I think it's mentioned. I think the Muslims say something about it, possibly in the Quran. As a matter of fact, I could Google it up, remember. I can't remember what it said, but I was reading all about that and the actual Ark of the Covenant and comparing, and there's a lot of weird things I came across. Probably do a live stream on it tomorrow, because I got to brush up again on it. I forgot a lot of what I read. Yeah, the Spear of Destiny, that was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Wasn't that what they were looking for? Originally, well, they were looking for the Ark, but I heard the Spear of Destiny. That might have been the lance that they used to pierce Jesus' side or something when the water flooded. And the true cross. Well, the true cross was supposedly Constantine and his sister Helena, Saint Helena, if you're Catholic, and Constantine. He was, I guess, a king at the time, a Roman emperor, and he converted over to Catholicism. But his sister sent people out on a quest to find the true cross. Now, I actually went to a church, St. Helena's, it was called, where they claimed they had a little piece of it, like the relics. They handed it out to different churches. Helena was his mom. Are you sure of that? I thought it was his sister. Let's look it up real quick. I could have been wrong. I swore. But anyway, hang on one second. Anyway, it was, wait, hang on. Let me check that out. It was interesting. Let's put it that way. And like I said, I actually, for a little while, belonged to the parish St. Helena. There's hundreds of them around, but over the doorway of one of the things, supposedly it was a little box, had a cross in a glass there. Behind it was what's called a relic, supposedly like a little splinter or piece of the cross. But who knows? You'd think it would have rotted away. You know, she evidently supposedly found, you know, either a part of the cross or the whole cross, somebody saving it or something. But anyway, the thing is, if it was found where he was crucified and everything, maybe wood would hold on out in that area because it wouldn't rot. It was like desert area, might have petrified or whatever. And let me check that out. You got me interested in wondering whether I'm right on that about Helena being his mom. Wait a second. I was just getting into it. I was reading about it, and I was thinking about there's different stories that you hear and things that are on TV. Is predictive programming sometimes. Skeptical, I would suspect that, yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. That's what I thought, too. It's like statues and stuff. It's kind of false idols. You're right. However, it happens all the time, especially, unfortunately, the Catholic Church seems to be big into that. But wait a minute. Let me look this up real quick. Was St. Helena Constantine's wife, sister, or mother?
Saint Helena was the mother of Emperor Constantine
You're right.
the Great. She was not his wife or sister. Constantine honored her with the title Augusta because of her strong Christian faith.
Augusta. That's the one. Augusta is where we get the month August, I think, and January. Somebody said it was Januarius. These are different royalty back in Roman times. They actually added 2 months to the what do you call it? The Roman there's a name for it. Julian calendar, and there's 2 calendars. One only has 10 months in it. The other one, I believe, the 12 month. And people are predicting like when the rapture was going to happen this year. And in a way, it's hard to, you see what I'm saying? It's hard to even predict the day. And Jesus is not even, no one will know the day or the hour. Gregorian, thank you. Who said that? That was Mixed Media. Yep. And hang on one second. Let me turn the car off. Just turn back on. Might have to put that off now. I don't want to burn all my gas out. It's actually an electric hybrid. Nah, that's too dark. Electric hybrid, half gas, half Nephilim. Speaking of hybrids, they're actually messing around with all kind of weird shit. This is something I wanted to talk about. Forgot about. I'm glad I said the word hybrid. They're actually trying to make, you can Google this. There's several videos I've watched in the last few days where they're trying to make actually grow a baby in a robot, or not a robot, like a artificial intelligent, I don't know what you call it, a womb that's not human, put it that way. And it's kind of fucked up, and everything that they do is like spitting in God's face because we're made in God's image. So why are you messing around with that shit, Been warning for years now. Yep. Artificial womb. Thank you. Damn, Doc, this is why we keep you around. Keep me on the straight and narrows there. I screwed up on the Augusta thing there, and that good call. Cyborg child. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of freaky. I feel like we're in like a science fiction movie or some shit, you know? And I guess what's going to be happening next is the Nephilim are going to come back, just like it says. The giants will probably return soon. It says in the Bible, actually, that this is weird, because when Noah built his ark, God flooded the world to get rid of them. But then it says there was giants in them days and after. So somehow the Nephilim came back. And the Nephilim, if you don't know, is fallen angels came down to earth, descended and mated with woman down here. What's this? Super dark. Yes. Little cyborgs. Yeah. And what the hell are they missing out 3 and getting exploited with? Yeah, exactly. And by exploit, yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Right. They're getting rid of us, and they're going to replace us with slaves and, basically sex slaves and just manual labor slaves. And they don't have to pay them. You see what I'm saying? Missing out on as a normal existence. Exactly. Yeah, grown in a petri dish, you know? There's nothing human about that. And you're taking all of God out of the equation. It's going to be a soul, an empty shell, you know? No soul. There we go. There's Timmy. Doc, say hi to Timmy. What's that? Like 3D print? Yeah, exactly. Thanks for saying that. They're Campbell Soup's proud to let you know that they're feeding us, I don't know what. It's 3D printed meat in their soups. Just scumbags feeding us that stuff. I was watching yesterday. The Russians got drones that drop napalm. Great. Isn't that against the Geneva Convention to be using napalm anymore? Thought they did away with it, but who's following the rules anymore? They do whatever they want on this planet. Yeah, we'll make you a mod. Sure we will. Let's see. How do you do that? Wait a minute. Okay. I think I got rid of them. There you go. What were you saying no why to? I just got distracted. It was a bot on there. Oh, about the 3D printed chicken. You know about that? Or did I miss something? Maybe I missed a comment. Yeah. Yeah. So they're doing that, and they're owning up to it, right? It's soft disclosure, whatever. They're telling us, because you know what? They've already been feeding us probably human body parts ground up into ground beef and, McDonald's, for instance. Go figure. Have it your way. Burger King, the whole 9 yards. Fucking God only knows what's in that meat. And definitely Wendy's chili. That's like mystery meat. Taco Bell. How can I forget about good old Taco Bell? Okay. Yeah. When you were getting rid of the spam. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was taking out the trash. She thought you were gonna make the weasel a mod. No. No, that's not even a real person. We're talking about artificial this and artificial that. YouTube kicks us out of fucking a bot. Yeah, throws a bot into the conversation. No, I ain't doing that. As a matter of fact, the other day, Amir came on and he brought, like, literally, he even owned up to it. He made a lot of those bots. There was bots coming in with him. And, that's all funny up to a point, and I put up with it. But after a while, it was distracting. It's every one of my live streams starts to be talking about that shit, and I don't really want to do that every day. So, adios. And, well, I don't even want to get into it. Not a big deal. What's that? Yeah. I'd be kind of pissed off. You're right. There was one using Doc's name, his thing. Yeah, exactly, mixed media. Yeah, and I'm trying hard to, like, be cool to him, because sometimes I'd flip out on him because he was always trying to pick a fight with somebody on the channel there. Like, I think he thought it was funny, but it wasn't after a while. And I'd start doing it back, and then I'm realizing, shit, this guy's bringing me down to his level. I don't want to play that. And, first I didn't want to throw him off there because I don't believe in censorship. Allow everybody to say what they want. But when they start saying shit that's almost coming off as an attack on anybody else that's on the channel, that bothers me, Yep, it is what it is. I'm not even sweating it anymore. But I forgot my point. What started me out of this. By the way, thank you for hooking me up there with the 6 thumbs up. That's one thing YouTube's been messing with. Well, actually, not recently. It's gotten a lot better. I think something's changed over there with the algorithm, too. Things are a little bit different. They start getting personal. That's ridiculous. Exactly, dude. I could take, somebody busting my stones and stuff. Shit, I fucking make fun of myself. Some of my videos are jokingly, I'm the punchline of the joke in some of them intentionally, because I don't want to pick on anybody else and make them feel uncomfortable. I can take it. I'll fucking laugh it off. I'll do anything for a laugh, if it makes somebody else laugh. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Look, they roll on there with Doc's name. You see that? Yeah. See that fake Doctor Who? So that means he's out there. Yeah, he's probably on the channel right now. And I tried to befriend him, but I just got ridiculous. Yeah, this is a bot. Let's get. Let me see if I can remove. I don't know. Hopefully, I removed them from the thing. Yeah. Ridiculous. And I think someone was saying that. I think it was Tammy said that he had said someone else is hopping on as him sometimes, one of his friends or something. Yeah, I thought I got rid of you. Let's see. Yeah, see you, Doc. See you in about 24 hours. They should have a way you can block them. I couldn't figure out how to just be done with it. They used to. Let's see. I can't see what that emoji is. It's so small. Okay. A dock blocker. Ah, there you go. There you go. So, anyway. Yeah, I just got tired of it. Sometimes I saw him he argued with you, Doc. He went after mixed media. And I've seen you guys fire back and forth. And I just don't, it disrupts everything. I come on here and I want to spend time talking to you guys like I said, I think earlier in this video here, I said, you guys to me are like extended family or whatever, you know, and coming on here for now for about 2 or 3 years, probably a year and a half or so live, and then other shit on. And, yeah, I like talking to you guys. Now, maybe Amir's the same way. He doesn't mind coming on here, but it's just over. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Hey, this thing froze up. It seems like it's. One of you guys say something just so I can see if the thing froze. Can you hear me? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, no, it is. It is a good place to vent. I come on here sometimes, see some bullshit on the news, and I just want to freak because nobody says anything. Thank you, Fred. I talked to 2 family members and no friends. You guys are, I pretty much, I'm older now, and I don't need to be hanging around with anybody per se. Like, when you're younger, you need your peers to, around you to see where you are in the grand scheme of everything. And that's the whole point of like Facebook was created so you can compare and contrast your life to somebody else to see what you got and what you don't. And it's all bullshit. Just go live your life for yourself and be happy with what you accomplish. You don't have to, somebody will get on there and brag about their mansion or their brand new car. They're just material things. They don't mean anything. What kind of person are you at the heart of the matter? Are you selfish? Are you a good person? You know what I mean? That stuff will stand out. Yep. No friends, no drama. Yeah, exactly. Because all that shit is bogus. And that whole Facebook thing, I won't even go on there. It's ridiculous. You know? You guys agree with that? I see. Yep. It's fraudulent. And here's the deal. Someone temporarily feels good about themselves because it kind of gives them a bump up in their own mind. But it's pretty sad that you got to do that to feel better. You should be able to think your way out of it, or be able to do that on your own without worrying about how you look to other people, number one. And number two, what's this say? I got off Facebook years ago. Smart move, dude. It's peer pressure and all this shit, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. And you can see it in my channel. I say what I want. I do what I want to think. If I think something's funny, I'll put a video up. And like I said a minute ago, I'll use myself for the butt of the joke because I ain't going to put nobody else in that position where YouTube says, oh, that's harassment or that's it. No, I don't give a shit. If I thought it was funny, I'm throwing it out there, all day long. And I just decided years ago, I'm not letting what anybody thinks slow me down and where I'm heading in my life. Fuck that. Do your own thing. Enjoy your life. You only get one. And sure, sometimes, it sucks. Things happen, but don't let somebody else decide your fate or what you're doing with your life. Live, you know what? Don't live for them. Live for Jesus. Live for Christ. What's this? As social media evolved, I saw my friends, yes, devolved. I thought you were going to say dissolved and incapable of independent thought. Exactly. They're all like, did you ever see Star Trek, the Borg? They're all on single thought, hive mind bullshit. That's what's happening. They don't have a single thought for themselves. They got to go ask, hey, what's the new thought of the day? Because they can't even think anymore. There's nothing creative about them. And that's the way they like us, dumbed down. So you can't get an idea to overthrow your captors, your slave owners, the people that are fucking running us into the ground. Here we go again. Another one. Put user in timeout. He's gone. That's another one of them bots. Yeah. You thought you had seen your last of that bullshit in high school, the peer pressure shit. No, it's subtly changed, and Now it's, trying to be more subtle with with that shit, but it's still there in your life if you play that game with the social media. If you let them get you in that mindset. I mean, I come on YouTube, but I don't go on to Facebook. And, to me, I'm just having fun, with my videos. I see people, I don't know. Well, I pretty much covered it all. You guys know what I'm saying. Yep, so freaking frustrating and sad. Yep. I forgot what I started talking about. Got off the subject a few moments ago. But that's what I think's wrong with the world. For instance, I know what it was. And this got me the other day, walking, looking at your phone. I fucking damn near broke my ankle falling into that trap where you're like, this thing's so important. I couldn't wait till I was back into the car to find out whether the money went into my account from the DoorDash event, and I turned my ankle. So I'm guilty of it too. Yeah, there was a time when I realized real life was way different, like night and day, and the mindset I came from high school, and only to realize decades later, we've devolved to worse. Yep, because, we basically sat in front of TV sets and computer screens, and they programmed us. You see what I'm saying? Yep, high school compared to a job outside of it. Yeah, should it? But you know what? But you know something? I've seen very similar shit in the job. Well, different, but in some ways the same in the job world, because you have little social circles at your job where certain people treat other people shitty for whatever reason. It happens everywhere. It's almost like human nature or something. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Exactly, Doc. Yep. Careful with that axe, Eugene. It's another Pink Floyd lyric there. Yes, that's so true. An axe ain't gonna do nothing when you got a starting gun. Yeah, just loaded with real bullets. Pink Floyd was pretty dark at times. Did you guys ever see the movie The Wall? Holy shit! It was so depressing. I couldn't watch it again after that first time. It was very. Not saying it wasn't good music. It was just wow, dark. That's all I can say about it. And bizarre. Not knocking it, just you got to be in the right mind frame, I guess. And what was I saying about work? She's the judge. Yeah, right. Trying to think what was something I was just about to say about, employment and shit like, oh yeah. You got people at your jobs now that are, still kind of, it's like school in a way. You got the ones that are kissing ass to climb up the ladder and don't realize that sooner or later, what the hell happened there? All right. That's because I don't have the car on. They don't realize that they're being used by the company as well. And, sooner or later they get booted down the ladder. But meanwhile, they keep kissing ass, Yeah, like I was saying, I've been drinking water with chlorophyll and mint in it. Not a couple times a day. I feel like I got more energy, and it beats Dr. Pepper all to hell. I used to drink Dr. Pepper like it was water. I'm starting to finally lose some weight. You have wonderful news. Hey, is that little bit of pure gold? How you doing? Let's hear your news. It's good seeing you. See, if I stay on here long enough, the West Coast gang starts hopping on. You're like central, that lower. Are you? You're where? Wait a minute. Mixed media's out west, so I'm going to be having another baby. Wow, that's great. When's it due? You're building your own little army. Congratulations. She's getting ready. She's prepping. Yeah. I haven't done my first ultrasound, but guessing July. That's cool. A summer baby. Y'all gonna have a baseball team in a little bit. Yeah, really. Gonna be buying some equipment for a baseball team pretty soon. That makes me so emotional. I'm incredibly happy for you and your family. 6 is a military squad. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's cool. And like you said, you haven't had an ultrasound. Are you going to try to find out whether it's a boy or a girl, or are you keeping that hidden till the end? Hoping for a girl, but I know. Oh, do you got all boys right now? All boys, all right. Looking into it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's it say? I've done after set the last 3. It's starting to feel like BS. What if it's twins? What if we get a boy and a girl, twins? Or maybe 2 girls. What's the shadows? Yeah, right. The shadows. Yeah. The Ruddles, the Shadows, the Beatles. I got you. Huh. Well, it's funny that you're saying that because we were just talking about they're trying to create, I guess, human life in a fake womb, in a I don't know what you call it. Basically, like an incubated womb. I can't think of the word. Womb. Artificial. Thank you, Doc. An artificial womb. There we go. You got spam coming through. Who the hell is? Huh. Spam at, what time is it? 8 something at night. 8:14. I don't usually get spam at this time. What's it say? Heard about them. 40 in January. Yeah. Look at Rachel in the Bible. She had a child way late, didn't she? She was up there. Yeah. Yep. Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. You know what? You said, what the hell's that calling? Huh. You were here the other day, Doc. You asked me to answer. I think, you know who I think? Maybe it's not, but it's awful weird. It never used to happen in my live streams. All of a sudden, and he got my number. What's his name? Yeah, it could be. I don't know. If you have someone's number, I believe there's a way that you can make it look like it's coming in from other places. What do you call that? They're kind of like a VPN. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, he was on, and then all of a sudden it happened, and it kept happening. So you said you think you're due in July, huh? How's the rest of the family? Is everything going good out there? A little bit of pure gold? Any bad weather? You guys had tornadoes during the summer, I think it was, early summer. Wow, 9 months. Huh. Well, they'll be close in age. That's kind of cool. Me and my brother were within a couple years. Yeah. It was really cold last night. I think it got down, or like after midnight, it was down close to 30s, somewhere in the 30s, I think. know what? For shits and giggles, I'm going to try to send, sorry about that. Very windy. Got to get another, excuse me, going to have to get another phone anyway, so that'll give me a chance to change my number. This one got dunked in coffee by accident. Dropped it 2 or 3 times in the last month. Cracks all in the screen, micro cracks. So now, and even in the lens, I tried to use it today for the other live stream, and it looked like I was underwater. So say your mom isn't very happy with me. She took the news not so well. Why? It's just too much on you, or what? What's... My mom had 9 kids. My oldest brother, what's that? Nice weather. What's up, Delaware? It's actually, it's not too bad. So how you been there, Amir? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Can't get back out of this. There you go. The Delaware account's bogus. It was a whole minute. Yo, what's up, Tammy? How you doing? Kept trying to get a hold of you earlier, which makes no sense to me, because she isn't very involved. And last time I checked, she doesn't pay any bills. So I basically told her it is what it is. Classic line. I use that all the time. You can't give gifts back to God like that. That's the truth. Maybe God wants you. You know what? You might repopulate the earth when all of us are gone, man. maybe you guys will be like on your own little ark. And we're going to have an Armageddon thing happen. You guys will survive and repopulate. What's for dinner? Where are you from, Delaware? Like, where in Delaware? Or is that just your name? Or should I say Amir? Where are you from, Amir? Someone out there better have the girls from my... Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're all... That's true. I see what you're saying. What do you have, 6 boys and no girls? Well, it's... you find someone with 6 girls, it's like the Brady Bunch thing happening there. Yeah. She had 3 girls. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. This is the 6th one. I got you. Well, if this is a girl, are you done having kids, or are you going to have more? 3 chickens, 2 dogs and 1 goat. What, Delaware, is that what you had sex with tonight, or what you ate? Or is that what what is that? Oh, what you had for dinner, right? There you go. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Yeah, okay. Tim, you wanna take out the bot there, or one of you guys? Fuck it up. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, I told you that guy, Delaware, is a mirror. And see, right every time, right after the phone calls and stuff. Like I said, it's just, wait a minute. You're knocking on 40. I don't have many left. My mom had a kid at 50 years old, believe it or not. Or real close to, I think she was 49, turning 50. That was my younger brother. Now, that might be a real Amir, but he's got a bunch of fake bots with him somehow, some way. Because it's the same one that keeps calling, I think. He got a whole, what's this? At 32, and had 2 boys and 1 girl. I thought you had 3 sons. Or maybe you said 3 kids. All right, there you go. 2 and 1. There you go. 1. Wish I had not. Hey, Doc, are you still in there? Are you still in the chat? Doc or Fred? I'm to change up the convo here. We're talking woman talk all along here for a while. What's that say? Oh, by the way, mixed media, OJ's doing good. He total recovery from back in the day when he hurt his leg. Doesn't even bother him anymore, and he's getting along good. What's this? They asked me after Gabriel if I wanted. That's weird you say that. I forgot you said the name Gabriel. I was literally, if you go to the beginning of this thing, I was talking about something called the Ark of Gabriel. I read about, and Google it. It's kind of interesting. It's like another Ark of the Covenant type thing that supposedly they discovered, but like I think it's, I don't know whether it's BS or what, but they gave it to the Russians, the Saudi Arabians that dug it up near one of the holy mosques of over there in, I guess it was Saudi Arabia, and they supposedly took it down to Antarctica for some reason. So, wait a minute. This wicked world. Yep. Beautiful and amazing woman bringing new life. Yeah. Yeah, everything's pretty cold and old and no good anymore. The whole world's turned to shit. So when something good happens, yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great movie, by the way. That was funny as shit. Right. It's what you make of it, you know? I was saying that earlier, too, you know? Just don't worry about what other people think and just enjoy your life. Nah, you go ahead and talk. I was playing around. Say what you want to say. That's the whole point of my channel. As long as you ain't tearing into people or, you know, disruptive and, you know, insulting people over and over, like somebody. Yeah. By the way, Tammy, that I don't know if you were on here a minute ago. Um, what's his name? Made a new bot. So if you see, oh, you might have been the one that knocked him off. So I think you already know about. His new name is Delaware. I'm sure there's people coming onto the channel like, how the fuck does this guy even know that that's him? What's this? I got two great granddaughters, 8 months and 20 months. I might be raising them next. Well, when you ain't raising granddaughters, it seems like you're taking care of uh, stray cats and dogs and whatever else happens to be needing help in the neighborhood, by the sounds of it. Right? 50 grandchildren and like 500 great grandchildren. My son said, I'm having two, what's that, spoil sport? Yeah. Uh, so you still guys trying to do the whole farm life thing out there? Do you have animals and stuff? Yeah, yep. That's true. Taking care of your mother too. I forgot about that. This is January. Like, what's that? The chicks to come in March. We are getting 4 pigs. Looking at what's that? Let's say auction for some cattle. Yeah, that's why she's having all these boys. She wants some farm hands out there in a couple years. You know, that's the good thing. As you getting older, they can take over the farm. Old MacDonald and the 5 sons. There you go. You got it. Yep. What's your husband think? Yeah. You know what? Most kids used to like doing that kind of shit. You give a kid a stick, tell him to go dig a hole out in the backyard. He's out there for hours back in our day. Now they don't even want to go out. They can't pull themselves away from the computer, you know? We used to climb trees, fall down, break our arms, and all kinds of shit. Now they go out and rob stores or loot, break somebody else's arm. There you go. Yeah, again, what's that? A power wheel dump truck. There you go. To dump the dirt they dug up. You won't have to buy much fertilizer probably if you have chickens and cattle and what else did you say? A couple pigs. There's your manure, your source of fertilizer. You're going to get a couple horses out there, ponies for the kids to ride around on. Get more manure out of them, too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, get yourself a couple thoroughbreds and train them, get them racing. Maybe you get lucky and you get a horse that brings in some winnings, helps pay for the farm. Get a Kentucky Derby contender. That would be the shit, man. Some great horse. Snowing out there? Man, it was cold enough to snow out here last night in Delaware. Okay, you know what? Here's the deal. Since we're gonna keep being bothered by bots from him, should I let him back on if he apologizes and just quits with the bullshit? You guys can vote on it. Say yay or nay. Because he's what's this? Just started. Supposed to snow all night. I think that we need is draft horses. There you go. Draft horse the same thing as a quarter horse, or is that something totally different? All right, good to see you there, Mixed Media. Hey, I'll text you over uh, that information you wanted. What's this say? Okay, all right. Did you guys see? Wait a minute. Different quarter horses are lean. Draft horses are like Clyde's. Oh yeah, Clydesdale. Yeah, that's neat. Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys are watch Eli. He's an Amish guy. Eli, what the hell's his name? He's on YouTube. Yoder, Eli Yoder. He had a video. I think it was today or yesterday. The freaking Lake Erie was empty. Literally, somehow the wind was blowing so hard it. I don't understand how, but it lowered the water level. They're saying. I don't know what the hell that means. I think it's probably an earthquake happened under the freaking lake and it's draining somewhere. Yeah, Eli Yoder's pretty cool. No, he's married. Eli Yoder's married. I think he's even I don't know if he's got a kid. He was truck driving. He went from being an strict Amish community. He left and now I guess a couple of years ago, and he was truck driving and he just quit after a couple of years of that. But that's complete opposite, in some ways, because truck drivers usually foul mouth and everything else. Usually, people think, but not always. The little rough around the collar, and he was like Amish and all polite and everything. But he's cool. I like watching his channel. You want to hear something crazy? Is anybody else experiencing this with YouTube? That I tried to go to a channel that supposedly I'm subscribed to, right? And I couldn't get there. Maybe the person blocked me or something. But I was still, and I'm getting notifications once in a while. What's this say? Wait a minute. Trump just reversed something. Something's going on. I just saw Stephen Gardner say something. Trump just reversed everything. The headline for Stephen Gardner. Wonder what that means. Is that good or bad? There's an Eli that lives backwoods, Kentucky. Yeah. Well, it's kind of got that kind of backwoods name sound to it. It's a lot of Bible names come out of like. I've never seen too many Amish people that weren't named right out of the Bible. Jacob and Isaac and these Amish. The guy from Kentucky. Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, he kind of follows some of their stuff. He's not nowhere near as strict as the Amish that he grew up with. He's somewhere more leaning towards, I don't know what they call us, regular folk. I go up to Lancaster all the time, and there's people up there pretty cool. Worldly people. There you go. You guys have a lot of Amish out there? For some reason, I pretty much thought the Amish were mostly around, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and maybe some of the other states. I guess they're all across the. You know what? I think actually mixed media, or not mixed media. Red Dawn might have said there was Amish up in California at one point. I think it was her. Somebody was saying that. Yeah. Do you used to live in Missouri? How do you know that? Is that your old stomping ground? That's Josey Wales' old stomping ground in the movie. You have buggy signs. There you go. Let's see what time it is. What the hell do it with my other phone? Just had it. There it is. Wait a minute. 8:47. Seems like it was later. What's it say? When I was a teenager, I lived with my mom in Missouri for 2 years. What was Missouri like? That's where people say they're going to go if the shit hits the fan up in the mountains. I think it's, what are they? Ozarks are up in Missouri, I believe, and maybe all the way down into Arkansas and some of the other lower states. Misery? Why was it misery? Missouri, misery. Yeah. I lived in a still functioning sundown town. You guys hear that? Fucking dude rolling down the road there. What's the sundown town? Everything shuts down at sundown? Or if like you're new in town, the sheriff doesn't know you, he says, I want you gone by sundown. The KKK owned the whole place. Do they still exist? I mean, not to sound serious. They used to be basically one of the only hate groups back in the 70s that you heard about back a lot more. Well, that's not true, but there was others, obviously. There's always others. But I don't hear nothing about them anymore. I thought they were pretty much disappeared. I mean, there's always some ignorant dude that likes to wear bed sheets and burn crosses somewhere, in the world. There's always one asshole out there that wants to do that. No doubt. No, don't let the sun set on your black ass when the sign's on the way out. Ah, man. Never heard that. That's pretty racist. Yeah, the way I look at it, if you got to hide under a bed sheet, holes cut in a pillowcase over your head, pretty much you must be an asshole. You must be saying something that in your heart of hearts is fucked up. Or you'd be loud and proud and be out there with your face showing, It's kind of scummy, the things they used to do. Yeah, I never understood that. I can hate somebody on an individual basis. Yeah, you don't have to just because somebody's skin color or somebody talks a different language or something. That's fucking weak. Come up with a real reason, like they stole something off you or did something to piss you the fuck off. But people don't even give people a chance. If you get to know people, it doesn't matter who they are, what they look like. The school was 100% white. No Mexicans, no blacks, no Asians, just white. Yeah, it's because you were down there in the deep south there, or Missouri's kind of still probably flying Confederate flags and shit. That's the thing. At the end of the day, if you're hating on a different group of people, all you're doing is help divide and conquer us poor folk, the regular citizens, so these fucking millionaires can make their job easier and fucking eliminate us or have, somebody else kill off each and all everybody. Very off-putting. That's cool. It's just so it's over. It's ridiculous, dude. So you said you're going to get some farm animals, though, right? There, a little bit of pure gold. What do you think about all that bird flu that's jumping over to the cattle now? They're saying it's ridiculous. Somebody came onto my farm and was going to, just euthanize my chickens. They better come with a ton of money to pay, for your bills and shit. How the hell? I didn't understand how the government can just come in there and slaughter your animals because they might be infected or whatever and not compensate. And I'm not talking, here's $10, They're fucking throwing nothing at these guys. They should compensate them. They were compensating people jumping across the border and hooking them up with $1,000 hotel rooms and free money and everything else, free car, or no, not free, but free loans for cars and shit. It's actually, yeah. Oh, screw one. Yeah. Oh, with the cattle. Yeah. Is a screw worm the same thing as a bot fly? It's funny that they call them bot flies. We got bots on the channel there. But a bot fly will lay eggs or something in your, like if you're in the jungle, I think down like maybe in the Amazon, fly lands on you and it'll somehow be able to lay larvae or an egg in your skin, and the thing, it's like a maggot grows inside and starts eating eating your flesh. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Who votes for the USDA? Who the fuck are these people that come in rolling and yeah, they're passing laws about shit, but I think your land is your land. Yeah, they'll come on there and tell you you can't have this, you can't do that, but they don't seem to stop these big companies from dumping chemicals and radioactive waste everywhere. You know? Yeah, I think you're right. A lot of those other departments like that probably get picked like that. So in other words, friends of the politicians, you know, that they owed favors for. So they bring them on board as something or other, make good money, changing our, screwing us out of our freedoms. Yep. Oh, you know what? How about the FDA? Why are they not fucking stopping Campbell's soup from putting, or at least putting a label on the soup saying there's no real chicken meat in the chicken soup? That's printed 3D printer meat. What in the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? What material is that they're using that? That's disgusting. That's China's doing that kind of shit. Fake rice and fake this and fake that. Yeah, exactly. They're liars. Did you guys see that fucking the asshole CEO from that company? He's almost laughing about, or didn't give a shit, talking about this is poor people food and all this shit. From bylaws, unless I put my land up to the USDA for programs. They have no say for now, anyways. Yeah, I like how you see that for now, because they're changing laws all the time for the worse. I don't see much going for the better. That's it. I'm at least grandfathered in with my deed. It would take some lawyers to change things. Lawyers. Yeah, but they usually have the money to get the high powered lawyers. That's the thing that sucks. Whereas we don't. We the people have very little protection in this country anymore. If we ever did. Turn this light back on. Nah, leave it off. Fuck it. Thinking about going over to the Wawa and getting a cup of coffee. Do you guys have Wawas out there where you're at? A little bit of pure gold? Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, but it needs to. You want to see something really piss you off? I said this on my live stream the other day. By the way, well, let me tell you about this first. Um, Wait a minute. Practice my farming like my Cherokee fathers and mothers. If Oklahoma wants to play, I'm sure the tribe would help with my litigation. That's cool. What the fuck was I just about to say? Shit. Oh man, I can't stand that. I'm just about to say something, and it just was talking about Wawa and talking about something else. Yeah, oh yeah. I asked if you had Wawa. You know what a Wawa market is? Wawa is actually an Indian word. It's from, I think, the Delaware Indian area around here. And I believe they call it that. Don't quote me on it. It was geese, the word for geese. And on the coffee cups, yeah, they used to have geese on there. That was like a logo back in the day. It's like a 7-Eleven Wawa's, if you don't know it. I don't know if they're across the country. The tribes, yeah, no wonder, shit. Supposedly, I say this all the time, but I'd like to find out how much. I heard that somewhere in my family tree, I had Lenni Lenape Indian, which is right up the road from where I'm at right now, and also Cree Indian on my mother's side, but like way back. The problem with trying to find that out is giving up your DNA. I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Yeah, heritage thing, where you send your DNA somewhere. No thanks. Next thing you know, there's a fucking clone of you running around, government-made clone, replace you with. That's cool. So it would just say other if I did get that checked out. Evidently, my uncle did like he sent away to get research about our family tree. He's dead and gone, and my cousin Morny said that she was gonna at my father's funeral. She was gonna give me this booklet that he had, and I just never got a hold of it. Wanted to find out, my history. That's smart because you know what? They've already tried to wipe the Indians out with smallpox blankets. Imagine if they get your DNA, you know what I mean? Certain people in charge might start fucking eliminating whole fucking groups of people with DNA, smart designed DNA, weaponry to attack certain people, like Dr. Fauci with his gain of function bullshit. Working in a lab somewhere trying to create some super bug. Speaking of which, why he fucking went underground. You don't hear nothing about him anymore. Fauci. Where the fuck has Fauci been? Let's say my grandma and my mom took ancestor. It just says other. I get my card from my dad's side. I mean, I don't get, what's that, to claim my other side. Yeah. I just always thought it was cool, though. When I found that out, that I could have had have some Indian in me, I always thought that was cool as shit when I heard that. Because in a way, that's the kind of mentality for a while I had. You know, I'd go in the woods and try to identify different herbs, just trying to learn how to live off the land, like back in the day, old school stuff. What's this? It all goes off Dawes roll. No number, no card. You know, I was actually just the other day at a health food store where I usually get herbs and stuff. And actually, I got some right here, as a matter of fact. Hang on. Wait a minute. Turn the car on. Did you ever hear of an herb called yarrow? So Indians used it back in the day. This is actually just cloves. Bag of cloves. That's for my tooth. I got a toothache. But yarrow, I swear by it, for breaking a fever. And it's good for healing a wound if you get a wound. It's you've probably seen it. It's pretty common flower. Has little yellow flowers. Sometimes they're red, and they're, what's that say? The actual name of the Dawes roll is the final roll of citizens and freedom of the 5 civilized tribes in Indian territory. I didn't know that. Anyway, let me see if I'm a big into herbal medicine because I don't trust our pharmaceutical companies. It's in the Bible about pharmakeia for a reason, because they're not there to help people per se. They're there to help themselves to people's money. Okay, that's what they give a shit about. And you know what? If you don't learn about herbal medicine, you're going to be fucked real fast when everything goes to hell, because guess what? We get all our pharmaceuticals from frickin' China. We're about to go to war with Russia and China. You think we're going to be out there going to just, well, we'll call a truce and give you whatever drugs you need, you know, antibiotics and shit. You better go into the woods and find shit that you can use for yourself if you need them. You know? People don't get it. People don't even understand what we're heading into. You know, they think, oh, it's great. Let's go and do this and do that. You know what? Everything that Trump's saying is going to have big consequences. That's the problem. Are you guys ready for it? I feel like saying it to anybody that's all, you know, hyped up about doing some of the shit we're doing. But you know what? It's all biblical anyway. It's going to happen one way or another. Got 10% battery left. Limit. Numbers are small, but I have had babies in normal hospitals. Gabriel was born under the Chickasaw Hospital, and it was the best experience. My midwife was practiced in shaman medicine. There you go. Yeah, I just first off, I was saying this the other day. I believe the same thing why I'm into herbal medicine. You know what? People become so fucking lazy, they don't even take care of themselves. Doctor's there to assist you. You got to do some work too. When you're sick, you want to get better, number one, start looking into it, start learning about it, start doing what you can do for yourself, change your diet. There's so many things that you can do, exercise more, but people don't want to do shit. They want to, everything's got to be easy on them. You know, pay some doctor to get some pills and then everything, you know, take a pill and it's better. Nah, yeah. Doesn't always work like that. I bet it was so much better for you. And yeah. Because, what was I going to say? People are just lazy nowadays. Healing comes from within, not from without. I mean, yeah, from without, but starts within you. You got to want to get better. If you're sick, whatnot, you know, doctors are there to assist. And a lot of times, doctors doesn't give a shit about you as a person or a patient. They're thinking about, no, I can't wait to go out on the golf course tomorrow while you're talking to them. Did you ever get a doctor like that? You can see they got the faraway eyes. They're looking at the window, and you're telling them your problem, and seem like they don't give a shit. They're just like trying to rush out of the office. He was praised on the way out and gave us, wait a minute, mandatory 2 hours of peace and quiet so we could bond. They didn't shove a whole bunch of stuff at us as soon as he was born. Yeah. Especially the bill. They want all they really want to give you is the fucking bill at the end there, and it knocks your socks off. Ridiculous money that they want for everything. Oh, there you go. Good old casino revenue. There you go. I think it's about almost 9:15 over here. I think I'm going to probably hop off the live stream, run over and get a cup of coffee. Maybe I'll put up another live stream if I'm still awake. But I got to get up tomorrow. I got a lot of door dashing I want to do tomorrow. So I might come back on for a little bit. So it's good hearing from all you guys. Think I'm going to kill this off. Thanks for stopping by. Who, me? I'm feeling all right. I had a little bit of a sore throat the other day. It's kind of gone away. Or how am I feeling? With my hands. My neighbor Ruth used to say that. See it. Tammy, I'll talk to you a little later. There was something I wanted to tell you. Maybe I'll come back on later tonight, but probably more likely I'll do one tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. And I'll talk to you later, Tammy. See you guys.